India works with most states in the Middle East. However, the relationship with Saudi Arabia is likely the strongest. India would have a lot of problems if this relationship ever went sour. Saudi Arabia is the second biggest oil supplier to India. If oil from Saudi Arabia stopped flowing, then there would be a major energy crisis in India. There are almost 3 million Indians that work in Saudi Arabia. These Indians are responsible for sending back $10 to $12 billion in remittances each year. India's economy is over 4 trillion, so 10 billion is nothing in the big scheme of things. But it is still 10 billion that India wouldn't have otherwise. Saudi Arabia also helps India out with intelligence gathering and fighting Islamic extremists. Saudi Arabia has realized over the past couple of years that they need to change their economy. If they continue to focus on an oil economy, then their economy is going to take a hit. They decided to diversify their economy by 2030. It is unclear if they will be successful doing this, but a diversified economy will greatly benefit India. Indian businesses excel at building infrastructure, IT, and renewable projects. If Saudi Arabia is going to try shifting its economy, then India will likely play a major role in this transition. India and Saudi Arabia view each other as important geopolitical allies. Saudi Arabia views India as an important consumer that they can rely on in the future. I would like to agree with this sentiment, but most Indians are poor. I think India would be a much stronger consumer if the Indian government made it easier for Indians to start businesses. They also view India as an important counter to the relationship that is formed between Turkey and Pakistan. The Indian government thinks that Saudi Arabia is an important financial power and protector of Indians in the region. However, Saudi Arabia is responsible for creating the more extreme versions of Islam. I don't think this gets talked about enough. One thing that nobody talks about is that Saudi Arabia has been considering becoming a player in the Indo-Pacific region. It is unlikely that they will become a military power in the region because they do not have the capability to do that. However, they do have the capability to manufacture arms, and they have a lot of financial power. If India were to ever get into a major war, then Saudi Arabia could be one of their biggest backers. Saudi Arabia has enough financial power to disrupt the Indo-Pacific region if that is what they want to do. Thanks for listening. Have a fantastic day or night.